This title sounds crazy. I know. I'm not catfishing. I promise you. I'm not clickbaiting you. I promise you. It's your boy James Smith, and today we will be reacting to more of a true crime story. Oh my god.
Now almost 2 weeks since Marina Rogers first went missing, Metro has provided an update saying they found her body and they
Mm,
believe to know who's responsible in her death.
mm. Just before her death, happily following one of her accused killers into the back of a liquor store. These girls look pretty though. They some pretty looking girls, man. Crazy story.
In December 2023, a 23-year-old Marina Rogers, a medical assistant from Washington state, was reported missing in the Las Vegas area. Her remains were later discovered in a desert area in Henderson, Nevada. Chance Comanche, a 27-year-old former NBA G League player who most recently played for the Stockton Kings. He was charged with murder with the use of a deadly weapon, conspiracy to commit murder, and first-degree kidnapping.
Oh my
Sakari
god.
Harnden, a 19-year-old woman who was also charged with murder with the use of a deadly weapon,
Oh my
conspiracy to
god.
commit murder, and first-degree kidnapping.
Bruh, you see how beautiful she looked, bruh? Look at her, bruh. Regular Instagram looking girl, you feel me? Slide right in her DMs. She fucking
The use of a deadly weapon, conspiracy
fucked
to
her whole
commit
life
murder,
up.
and first-degree kidnapping. Court documents suggested that the motive behind the murder might have been related to a Rolex watch, indicating a possible robbery. Comanche reportedly confessed to planning the murder. Both he and Harnden were arrested and faced open murder charges in the death of Rogers. What happens when an exciting getaway turns into a horrifying nightmare? What if the person you trusted most was harboring a dark and deadly secret? Before diving into this story, we want to take a moment to extend our heartfelt condolences to the friends, family, and loved ones.
Oh my
This
god.
devastating loss has left an irreplaceable void in the lives of those who knew and
Well,
cherished her.
it didn't
This
say her
story will be
name.
taking us to Las Vegas, a city known for its dazzling lights,
Oh my
world-class
god.
entertainment, and
This is
unforgettable
crazy. This
experiences.
story
In
sounds
recent years, Las Vegas concerns about rising crime rates, including incidents of gun violence, have cast a shadow over the city's allure. Marina Rogers wasn't just another tourist visiting Las Vegas for a fleeting experience.
mm.
She was a 23-year-old medical assistant from Linwood, Washington, with a life waiting for her
Yeah, she
back
got
home.
that symbol.
Check this out. I'm gonna
That's a medical
show
symbol,
you
right?
how I afforded this car.
That was her life.
Okay, you ready? All right.
A boyfriend and a community of friends described her as outgoing and compassionate. This trip to Las Vegas was meant to be a short getaway, a brief escape from her
For
everyday
her to have that
routine.
kind of
It was
tattoo,
entirely out of character for her to disappear without explanation.
that
This
shows a
isn't the
lot.
story of someone who chose to run away, it's the tragic story of someone whose life was taken. But by whom? The last time anyone heard from Morena was on the evening of December 5,
Mm-mm-mm.
2023. She had reportedly ordered an Uber to Summerlin, a community in West Las Vegas, but she never arrived. According to reports, Morena was sharing her location with friends and family through her cell phone. But then, something strange happened. Her last known location pinged around 3 a.m. on December 6, near Restless River Street, about 11 miles south of the Las Vegas Strip and close to the Reno Freeway. This was an area she had no reason to be in. By the following morning, silence. No texts, no calls, no updates. Her boyfriend and closest friends were frantic, certain that something was terribly wrong.
Mm-mm-mm.
Morena had left her car, money, debit cards, and all her belongings behind.
Oh
They did the
god.
only thing they could. They reported her missing.
Marina Rogers was reported missing on December 7th, not long after she was last seen with friends. And police down in Las Vegas say detectives suspected foul play early on into the investigation.
From the outset, investigators knew this wasn't a typical missing persons case. Morena had no history of running away. She was a young woman with a steady job, a supportive family, and pets waiting for her. The fact
Mm.
that she left behind her car, her belongings, and any access to money screamed foul play. This wasn't a
Wow.
random disappearance. Morena had been taken. But who would want to harm her? And why? As investigators began piecing together the mystery, their attention quickly turned to those closest to Morena. One name surfaced almost immediately: Sakari Harnden, a 19-year-old who was described as a friend of Morena. But as they delved deeper into Sakari's past, troubling details began to emerge. Rumors hinted at a history of instability and involvement in sex work, a stark contrast to Morena's seemingly steady and
Oh.
happy life. It remains uncleared. From the outset, Vegas, a meeting live, continues sharing this to detectives. The two had arranged to meet in Las Vegas, a meeting that quickly became a focal point of the investigation. But what exactly was the nature of their relationship? It remains uncleared. From the outset, Sakari's account was riddled with inconsistencies. She claimed to know little about Morena's
The only reason why I'm not speaking on this because with something like this, what is my opinion going to do? All I can is react to the stuff that's being told.
disappearance. Yet surveillance footage from the night of December
This
6th
is
revealed a
crazy.
different story.
I'm
The
laughing
footage
out
showed
of
Sakari and Morena entering a Las Vegas liquor
awkwardness
store
for
together.
the.
Sakari wasn't alone in this unraveling mystery. Investigators discovered another name connected to her, Chance Comanche. Chance Comanche, a former NBA G League player, added an unexpected twist to the case. Once a standout high school basketball player in Los Angeles, Chance had played for the Arizona Wildcats before going undrafted in the 2017 NBA draft. His professional career included stints with several G League teams, such as the Memphis Hustle, Cleveland Charge, and Stockton Kings. In April 2022, he briefly joined the Portland Trail Blazers, scoring 7 points in a single game before returning to the Stockton Kings. Coincidentally, the Stockton Kings had a game in Henderson, Nevada on December 5th, the day before
Damn.
Morena disappeared. Despite being Sakari's ex-boyfriend, Chance was reportedly present at this planned meeting with Morena. Was this an unplanned coincidence, or was it part of something far more calculated? What initially seemed like a straightforward missing person case quickly spiraled into a tangled web of relationships and motives.
Oh my God.
Investigators honed in on both Sakari Harnden and Chance Comanche. Their presence at the meeting and the suspicious circumstances surrounding Morena's disappearance raised serious concerns. The
This is
answer, as
crazy.
investigators would soon uncover, revolved around a Rolex watch, a dangerous rumor, and a deadly plot. A scheme that turned a meeting between friends into a night of betrayal and tragedy. A Rolex watch that Morena had reportedly expressed interest in to mutual friends. But the situation was far more complex. It's alleged that Morena had been spreading sensitive information about Sakari's boyfriend, claiming he had been arrested for a double murder in California and that Sakari herself was the one who turned him in. This rumor struck at the heart of Sakari's trust, leaving her
What?
feeling both threatened and betrayed. Why would her own friend share such damaging claims? The investigation revealed a disturbing twist when police uncovered text messages between Sakari Harnden and Chance Comanche.
If you get a nice little thick piece of road straight, I can do it from the back. You got like my friend trying to
These
come.
messages painted a chilling picture of premeditated murder. In one message, Sakari allegedly wrote, "So we finna just take her there and then finna strangle her." These weren't impulsive words spoken in anger. They were cold, calculated discussions of murder. The text messages became the smoking gun that turned a missing person case into a full-fledged homicide investigation.
November 30th to December 6th shows the former couple joking about ways they would kill her, like an overdose or using a gun. Investigators say Comanche confessed to police.
But the messages also exposed an even darker side to the plot. Before deciding to carry out the crime themselves, Chance Comanche reportedly tried to hire someone to kill Morena. He even offered $3,000 for the job. This added another layer of premeditation to the case. The fact that they couldn't find anyone willing to commit the act didn't deter them. They simply decided to do it themselves. Their cold determination painted a picture of two individuals willing to go to extreme lengths to silence Morena. With their twisted plan set in motion, the trap was laid on the night of December 5th. Morena was lured into a meeting under the guise of a double date.
Wait.
Comanche posed as a client interested in kinky sex work, offering $11,000 for an hour. In a text message to Morena, he wrote, "If possible, I was thinking $1K for like an hour and then possibly longer depending on how the vibes go." This offer, designed to entice Morena.
Wait. So, alright. The girl who got arrested for this, she been knew him, and then they got mad at her because she put out rumors against them, and then they went on a date.
Set the stage for her final moments. What she believed was a lucrative opportunity was, in reality, a carefully orchestrated setup, a deadly plan she wouldn't survive. This was the trap, and Morena, unaware of the deadly plot against her, walked right into it. What she believed to be an ordinary meeting would tragically become the final moments of her life. What unfolded during this encounter is horrifying. On December 5th, surveillance footage captured a haunting image of Morena Rogers entering a liquor store with Sakari Harnden, her alleged killer. This seemingly mundane moment, a quick stop for supplies, would later be remembered as one of the last images of Morena alive.
Oh my
The footage,
God.
provided by the liquor store owner who later testified in court, offers a chilling glimpse into her final hours. At this point, Morena had no idea of the danger she was in. The ordinariness of the footage is striking, a stark reminder of how quickly life can take a tragic turn. The events that followed are deeply disturbing. According to Chance Comanche's confession, the meeting took place inside a vehicle driven by him. What
So
began under the guise of a
she put out rumors that he killed like,
sexual
I'm
encounter
confused.
quickly descended into a horrific act of violence.
Like, why does
Comanche,
he
who was
want to kill
driving,
her?
parked the car in a secluded spot and zip-tied Morena, allegedly as part of a kinky request. He admitted
Oh, so she's the friend? She's the friend, and them two were already dating. She was selling some stuff.
to strangling Morena with an HDMI cord for about 10 seconds but stopped when she struggled. Harnden, however, continued the assault, choking her with her bare hands. This was not a crime of passion. It was a calculated and brutal act. The sheer level of violence is both shocking and horrifying. After the murder, Comanche and Harnden drove to a remote desert area near Henderson, Nevada. There, they discarded Morena's body in a ditch and attempted to conceal it with rocks. This barren, desolate landscape became Morena's final resting place.
Now almost 2 weeks since Morena Rogers first went missing, Metro has provided an update saying they found her body and they believe to know who's responsible in her death.
The callousness of their actions is deeply unsettling. To treat Morena as though she were disposable, as though her life meant nothing, is heartbreaking. The area near Horizon Ridge Parkway and Gibson Road is now a crime scene, forever tied to this tragic event. This desert held a dark secret that would eventually be uncovered. The search for Morena ended in heartbreak, but the investigation was just beginning.
It's not over. Still more information. Bruh, he has to repeat what he said about, like, her exposing information. Because I don't understand how, like...
Week after Morena was reported missing, police made their first arrest.
A former NBA player and his girlfriend accused of murder. And it's
Okay,
a story
so
that 8 News Now
okay.
investigators first broke. Vanessa Murphy is here with the latest on the investigation.
That was his girlfriend.
Sakari Harnden was taken into
So that's... If that was his girlfriend, she was gonna allow her boyfriend to have sex with her friend?
custody and initially charged with first-degree kidnapping.
The question remains, why? So far, a possible motive remains unclear, but what we do know, the basketball player and his girlfriend are locked up in jail.
Yet investigators were convinced this was just the start. They suspected a far more serious crime had been committed. Harnden made her initial court appearance, where her bond was set at $500,000. But the full story was far from revealed, and the wheels of justice were only beginning to turn. According to court records, Sakari Harnden admitted to detaining Morena Rogers against her will and without her consent, with the intention of killing her or inflicting bodily harm. Harnden also faced a separate theft charge for allegedly stealing a Rolex watch, which appeared unrelated to the kidnapping case. The investigation was quickly tightening. On December 15th, just 2 days after Harden's arrest, Chance Comanche was apprehended in Sacramento, California. FBI agents arrested him on kidnapping charges, and he was held pending extradition to Nevada. This development sent a clear message. Investigators were confident they had their suspects.
A former NBA player and his girlfriend accused of murder. And it's a story the 8 News Now investigators first broke. Vanessa Murphy is here with the latest on the investigation.
The question remains, why? So far, a possible motive remains unclear,
that's just
but what we
outrageous.
do know, the basketball player and his girlfriend are locked up in jail.
The involvement of the FBI underscored the severity of the case. Court documents revealed that Comanche confessed to strangling Morena Rogers alongside Harnden. He claimed the motive stemmed from a dispute between Harnden and Rogers over a Rolex watch. Both women were reportedly involved in sex work, and although Comanche and Harnden had broken up months prior, they remained in contact and allegedly conspired together to murder Rogers.
So, all right, they both did sex work, and they weren't really dating at the time. So he was gonna pay them to have sex. Like, I'm confused.
With both Harnden and Comanche in custody, investigators finally obtained the information needed to locate Morena. Acting on details provided by the suspects, authorities discovered her remains in a desolate area near Henderson, Nevada. The grim discovery confirmed everyone's worst fears: Morena was gone. This was not a case of disappearance. It was a brutal murder. The relief of finding her was overshadowed by the profound sadness of confirming her death, leaving the community in mourning and searching for justice. The focus shifted to the legal proceedings as charges against Sakari Harnden and Chance Comanche were upgraded to open murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and first-degree kidnapping. A Clark County grand jury indicted both, and the district attorney considered the death penalty due to the crime's brutality. Ultimately, both accepted plea deals, avoiding the death penalty and receiving lengthy prison sentences. Morena Rogers
they didn't want the death sentence.
was more than a victim. She was a daughter, sister, and friend. Her loss has left an irreplaceable void for her loved ones, who remember her as compassionate and caring.
Contact with Rogers' grandparents. They told me the family doesn't feel comfortable speaking on camera at this time, but the grandmother told me Morena meant the world to her and is devastated by her murder. For now, in the newsroom, Brady Wakayama, King 5 News.
Family sent the 8 News Now investigators this statement. We held on to hope for Morena's safe return.
All because of a Rolex watch?
And are devastated.
It's alleged that Morena had been spreading sensitive information about Sakari's boyfriend, claiming he had been arrested for a double murder in California and that Sakari herself was the one who turned him in. This rumor struck at the heart of Sakari's trust, leaving her feeling both threatened and betrayed. Why would her own friend share such damaging claims?
It is all about how you make your money out here. Depending on, like, you can't expect great things to come from out here selling crack. Some new junkies that you about to sell crack to, you can't expect positive outcome when you're in the streets or doing some like sketchy work. You gotta expect the worst. And she probably was so used to the lifestyle of the sex work and stuff, and she was fully down. They freaking tied her up and tied her with an HDMI cord. This is crazy. Rest her beautiful soul, man. She seemed like a good girl just based off that tattoo right there. Let me see something. That logo that she has on her, isn't that this logo? It's the medical symbol. Hopefully y'all learned something from this video. It was a crazy watch, crazy listen. Man, what the hell? Friends, bro, we gotta choose the right people to be in our lives. Like, literally, I'm not playing. 2025, bro. Ain't no one just being in my life, bro. For real. People are out here, and it makes you bitter because now someone did something to you that you allowed into your life. Now you feel like you gotta retaliate, or now you gotta heal. Like, it just don't make sense, bro. For real. Leave a like, comment, anything I should react to, and subscribe. It's your boy, Genuous Me.